Hey everyone, this is Larry with Today I Feel Like. I have a bunch of devices. I have, for instance, like my Xbox, my smart TV, my Apple TV, my Mac Mini, my mini PC, another streaming box. I have a bunch of stuff that is taking up my Ethernet ports over in my entertainment center. And I want more Ethernet ports so I can plug in a hardline instead of having stuff on Wi-Fi. Partly because it's more reliable, partly because it's faster. But in the past, what I've always done is sort of hooked up another router, and then that sort of messes with the network. Instead, really all I need is a switch. And so I grabbed this TP-Link 8-port desktop, network switch. And I'm gonna hook it up and see how easy it is to get it hooked up and how the speeds are, and if I'm going to get the speeds I expect from it. It says it's gigabit, so it should give me the same speeds as if I was plugged directly into the router. So let's unbox it, see how it looks, test the speeds before, test it with the device, and see how it does. All right, here we go. Alrighty, a quick look around the box. I actually bought this from Micro Center. It says $34.99, but I got it on sale for 17 bucks, so I did pretty good, I think. Anyways, this is the TP-Link 8-port gigabit desktop switch. This is the TL-SG608 model. So it's going to have 8 different ports on there. It's plug and play, loop prevention, durable metal housing, green technology, traffic prioritization, and multicast optimization. Now, this is a non-managed port. There are some managed ones out there. I don't really deal with managed stuff. I don't know the difference so much. I had to look it up, but I don't really think I need to deal with a managed port versus a non-managed port. So yeah, not much to see on here. You can see there, you can plug in like a desktop game console, NAS, IPTV, whatever. So that's what I'm going to plug in, all kinds of stuff in there. So let's go ahead and actually get the plastic off of here so that we can see what this thing actually looks like when we get it out. And yeah, so, it says loop prevention, monitor and address loop related issues. Huh, and there's a switch for it. All right, well, learn something new every day, whatever that is. I'm halfway learned because I still don't know what that is. All right, we have our installation guide. It just says power on. It says plug in. I guess you plug in the link there, and then you can start plugging in. Your devices. So, okay, and then here is the network switch, the desktop switch, which is sort of stuck there in that paper. All right, we are going to get the switch, and we're going to get a power cable and these sticky mounts. I guess we need if we're going to mount this, somewhere, which I'm not. So we'll stick that back in there. We will need the power adapter, the power cord, so we can get this thing plugged in and get it powered up. And then here is the switch right there. So we can see on this side, this is where we're going to plug stuff in. You can see they are numbered 1 all the way through 8. And over here it says link-account. I'm not exactly sure what that is. I'll have to look that up and see what that link-act is. And then on the bottom here, it looks like there's some grooves, I guess, so you can mount this if you have a place that you want to mount this. And it does have little circles with the sticky thing so that you can put those on there. I might actually put those on. I think these are just sticky mounts so it doesn't slide around. So I might do that. On the back here also, we have the power input part right there, port, and then we have the loop prevention, so you can leave that off or on. I'm not exactly sure what that's going to do or if I need it. Usually when I don't know what stuff does like this, I just ask Gemini and find out what Gemini has to say, or ChatGPT, and then I'll figure if I want to use it or not. So over here we have a lock. I don't need that. I guess you might want that if you're in a place of business, if you have your business in a place where there's lots of traffic and somebody might take something, but this is going to be in my house with just me and my wife, so I don't really need to worry about that. So, okay, that is everything. Let's go ahead, get this thing hooked up, and see how it performs. Okay, first things first, we need to actually test the speed so that we know what we have using Wi-Fi. So when I plug into the hard line, I have an idea of how much faster or slower of speeds I'm actually going to get. So I'm going to try this on 2 different devices. I'm going to use my my MacBook Pro first. This is an M1 Max, and so it is probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 years old maybe at this point. And then I'm also going to try my iPad. I have the 11-inch M5 iPad Pro, which has the new chip in there, the new communications chip and Wi-Fi chip and all that other stuff. So we'll see how that one does on there. So first off, let's go ahead and test the MacBook Pro. All right, let's go ahead and hit go. I'm on the speed test on, and we'll just go ahead and hit allow this time. And pretty respectable speeds. I'm supposed to get gigabit speeds, but I'm getting around 460, 470 megabits down, and or megabytes. I think it's megabits, megabytes, whichever one. So 492, almost 500, and up we're at about 140. Maybe we'll get to 150, but it looks like we're about 140, and it's going, yeah, I guess it's, there we go. So we have 192, oh, excuse me, 492.77 and 142.62 on the upload. So pretty respectable speeds, not the fastest, not the slowest, but hardwired, I should get much faster speeds. But before we do that, let's see what we get with the new M5 iPad Pro. Okay, so I have my iPad Pro here, and I have the speed test app open on the iPad Pro. Maybe I should do it in the web browser, since I did it in the web browser on my iPad, but or on my MacBook Pro, but whatever, we have the app open. Let's roll with the app. So let's go ahead and click go, and it's gonna start rolling here, see what we get, and ooh, look at that. We're about the same. We might be getting a little bit faster. Yeah, we're definitely getting faster with the iPad. Look at that. Okay, I'm not mad at you, iPad. And upload speeds, it looks like we're getting faster uploads as well. Ooh, yeah, that is considerable. I mean, we're getting 556. We got about an extra 100 megabits down than we did on the MacBook Pro. And then we got 203 up, so we got about another 50 megabits up on the upload speed. So yeah, this new chip in the iPads are they're working, no doubt. Okay, let's get this switch hooked up, and then let's try it plugged in with the hard line. Now, because the MacBook Pros and the iPads don't have Ethernet ports, I'm gonna have to use an adapter, but hopefully that won't be a problem or a bottleneck. Okay, so I went ahead and hooked up the network switch, the desktop switch there, and it's very, very easy to hook up. You literally just plug it into power and then go ahead and run one of the LAN cables from one of the Ethernet cables from your router or modem over into the device, and then you can just start plugging your other devices into it. So and connected it via the landline. So anyways, I have it all hooked up to my MacBook Pro. I have the speed test app open, the website open. Let's test it. Here we are. Let's go ahead and hit go. And I made sure I turned Wi-Fi off just to make sure I'm connected. And look at that. That is way, way faster than what I was getting when I was on Wi-Fi. Yeah, that is more than twice as fast. That is absolutely incredible. And my up speeds, oh, my up speeds are really, really fast. I got like, what, 142 up or something? And now I'm looking at over 700. That is amazing. Yeah, look at that. Look at those speeds right there. 916.24 down and 757.57 up. So 916 down and 757 up. Those are really, really impressive speeds. So, all right. Let's try my iPad Pro, the M5 iPad Pro, and see what it can do when it's hooked up to the Ethernet. All right, my iPad's ready to go. Everything's hooked in, and I have the speed test app open. Let's go ahead and check it out. And let's hit go. And there we are. We are off and running. Let's see what it's going to do. And oh yeah, look at that. Yeah. Now I'm getting some quick speeds right there. Man, I actually got faster upload speeds and download speeds. Wow. That's impressive. So yeah, I mean, that's about as close as you're really going to get to true gigabit speeds hooked in there. Now, I guess it could go over it, but I mean, 913 down and 927 up. That is really impressive. So if you need to really get some fast download speeds, if you have a large file, or maybe you need to upload something really big or a lot of stuff, plugging into the Ethernet port is going to really help you out. And that switch, that TP-Link switch, is going to help you get more ports available to you so you can plug in more devices. All right, everyone, what did you think? I have to say that this TP-Link desktop switch is kind of awesome. It's giving me 8 extra Ethernet ports that I desperately need. I can now hook up all kinds of stuff. I can hook up, you know, my smart TV. I can hook up my computers. I can have an extra one that I can just run to the couch. So if I'm sitting on the couch and I want to hook up my computer or my iPad, you know, via a hard line, I can do that so I can get the fastest upload and download speeds. Man, this is absolutely incredible. I don't know why I didn't buy one of these a long time ago, and they're so cheap. They're like, you know, I mean, this says $34. Well, it did before I took the plastic off, but I got this for like 17 bucks. That's just absolutely incredible. So now I will say, if you need fast speeds and you've run out of ports on your router, grab one of these. Anyways, I'm going to leave links to it down below in the video description so you can check it out. I'm also going to leave links to my Amazon page and my social media contacts so you can reach me elsewhere. And I hope you enjoyed seeing this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. And please subscribe to this channel. And follow me on Instagram. And I'm Larry with Today I Feel Like. Thanks for coming back to see me. Come back and see me soon. And until next time, love, peace, and hair grease. Peace.